Hey, what's up guys? Slayer back here again with another video. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I'm nearing 2 months of sobriety, and I make these videos not only to help myself stay sober, but also to help you lovely people out there stay sober as well, man. I know it's been forever, guys, and I apologize for that. For those who saw my community post, I said that I've just been kind of trying to figure out my life and my future, because as I've said in past videos, addiction is like a time capsule, man. It holds you, it just makes you completely stagnant in life. You don't move forward or progress whatsoever. At least I didn't. And for the last several years, I've been wrapped up in my addiction, not progressing at all. And now I feel like I got all this catching up to do, now that I'm actually trying to take sobriety seriously. These last 6 months, 7 months, I've actually been taking sobriety seriously. And so with that, of course, plans for a future is going to come with that, because when I was caught up in my addiction, guys, my future didn't matter to me. My life didn't even matter to me. It's really suicidal, at least the way that I drink. It's absolutely suicidal. The value for my own life is kind of sad, and that's not how I am today. I value my life, and I want things. I want to have a family one day. I want to travel the world. There's certain things that I want to do, and my addiction, if I continue to drink, it's not going to allow me to do those things. We're also almost at 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I've had the honor and I've had the honor and the privilege to talk to several of you guys in the comments and get to know a lot of you. You guys are some of the most kind-hearted, beautiful people ever. And I always get these comments saying, you know, oh, your videos help me so much. And when I started this channel, I just hoped that it helped like one or two people. I never thought that I would hit 1,000 subscribers. I never did, not in a million years. And so it's beautiful to see how many people it's helping, because if I could just help 1 or 2 people from turning away from their addiction, or getting help, or realizing that they're not alone in this, or completely stopping someone from going down the path of addiction, then my mission has been completed. Anyways, guys, I wanted to talk about how our addiction it will completely take all of your morals away, man. You can take the most honorable, kind, honest person, and you can pour alcohol into their system or give them certain drugs and watch all their morals fly out the window. You can watch them transform from an honorable person into a complete and utter monster, a complete and utter clown. How does that happen? Well, because that's just how booze is. It will make us do and say things that we would never do in a million years. The Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I've said it before, I'm definitely that type of drinker. I think looking back too, I'm sure a lot of you can agree, it's just very, very shameful and pathetic, a lot of the stuff that I did when I was wrapped up in my addiction. Just completely and utterly pathetic. You know, stealing stuff, stealing alcohol, stealing money, lying, manipulating, conniving. You know, it's just, I don't know, man. It's absolutely insane. And when alcohol isn't in my system, I'm not that type of person at all. Not even in the slightest. I'm not a thief whatsoever. But you pour that alcohol into my system and all that goes out the window, because we need to get our next fix. It doesn't matter how, we need to get it. And that's why it's better to just not pick up that first drink, because that quickly you'll be wrapped right back into it if you do. At least for me. I've said it before, if I drink now, within a week I'll be back in the hospital, I'll be in a detox facility, I'll be on death's doorstep praying to God, please God, I'm going to change this time. Are you? Am I? I hope so, guys. I really do. I hope so. You know, I've seen a couple comments that said, you know, you only have so many days of sobriety, man. Who are you to be giving us advice? I'm nobody. I'm just a dude on YouTube who's sharing his experiences in the hopes that it helps somebody, in the hopes that it maybe saves somebody's life. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. In the hopes that they don't have to have all of their morals and characteristics and, values stripped from them and thrown out the window because they have to get their next fix. I've said it before, guys. I bought liquor with pennies. Literal pennies. 100, 200 pennies. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Do you know how low that is and shameful that is to give the gas station clerk 100 pennies for one shooter? It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic is what it is. And I would do that. You know how pathetic it is to steal from your family, the people that love and care about you, the people that you love and care about? You know how pathetic that is? Well, I did that. I would lie about everything. I would make up so many schemes and plots and just ridiculous ways to get my next fix, no matter what it was. And I became a master at it, a master manipulator. And I was never really a manipulative person, never have been. But once I got wrapped up in my addiction, again, the whole entire point of this video is that your morals go out the window. I became a master manipulator. And it's so sad looking back at the stuff that I did. And we don't realize what we're doing when we're caught up in it. We make the excuse. We really don't realize how bad it is until we get sober. And I'm sure that you guys can agree with that. Once you get sober, it's like all those things that you did in the past, they all catch up to you and they really bother you. I know that they bother me. Some of the stuff that I've said, some of the stuff that I've done, I can never take any of that back. And I could have prevented a lot of it if I would have just went and got the help sooner. Guys, I'm just going to tell you this. If you continue the drinking, nothing's going to get better. Nothing is going to get better. If you just keep prolonging the quitting, nothing is going to get any better. Everything is just going to continually get worse. I tried to convince myself for years that, this time it will be different. I can control it this time. I mean, the delusional and insane thinking to convince ourselves to go out and drink again, it never gets any better. It's never any better. It's always the same experience, except it gets worse. To the point that sometimes you die, and then there's no coming back. There's no second chances. Completely using people. I've said before, after my ex left me, I was such a desperate mess. Desperate in the sense of getting liquor, not desperate in the sense of hooking up with people. But I would get on these dating apps like Tinder and all these other stupid apps and connect with people, not with the intention of going out on a date and taking this person out. No, I was completely broke with the intention of just getting alcohol. And I would, man. You know how low and scumbagish that is? I would like to consider myself somewhat of a gentleman. I'm very respectful towards women. But yeah, man, I would, when it came to me and my addiction, all bets were off. I'd bring women over that I wasn't attracted to whatsoever at all. And I'd tell them on the way, bring 2 bottles. And these poor women, man, they would because they were coming for something real. And I'm just being a fake fraud. But again, my morals, man, they're out the window. And of course, that would always end in a disaster. And if it was a girl that I actually liked, that would end in disaster too. Because who's trying to deal with a full-blown alcoholic? Not a lot of people are. That's just the reality of it. I would walk in blizzards. And I mean blizzards. I'm talking about snow up to 3-4 feet. I'm not even exaggerating that. 3, 4, 5, 6 feet of snow. And I would trail and walk through that to get my booze. But then I would complain about having to do the dishes. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I actually have to take life seriously. I have responsibilities. Man, I can't do those, but I can track through a 6 feet of snow for miles on end to get 2 or 3 shooters with the pennies that I've gathered up. Really? Again, I'm not this person, guys, but that's what addiction does. It will take you to the lowest of your lows. I used to hang out with people, not just chicks, but just sketchy people too, that I had no business being around. But your standards for living and everything just go out the window. That's another good point. I'm a pretty clean person. I like things to be clean. I like to shower. As you can see, I'm showered today. I like to keep shaved and stay fresh. Well, when I'm caught up in my addiction, none of that matters to me at all. I become disgusting. I don't shower. I don't clean anything. My room will look like a nuke went off of it. Like somebody just dropped a grenade in there and everything blew up. It's the truth, though. It goes from a really nice, organized, clean room to just everywhere, all over the place. I'm stepping on stuff, food, you know, and that's another thing, my diet. My diet goes out the window. Who cares about eating healthy? Who cares about any of that? Any standards and morals, like I've said now 20 times, they're non-existent, at least for me when I was in my addiction. Of course, I tried to keep morals, I tried to keep standards, but a lot of the times they would fail. If I had enough alcohol, of course, I'm good. I'll be a good person unless I get too drunk and then cause a scene or do something terrible. But I'm going to be happy for the most part because I got my liquor and I know that I got my next fix and I don't have to go do no crazy crap. And there was always a way. There was always this, and I heard Sacred Serpent. If you guys don't know who Sacred Serpent is, he doesn't really upload videos anymore about alcohol, but he used to. He was one of the first people I ever watched on this type of stuff. He kind of talked about that. I don't even know what I was even talking about. I just completely lost my train of thought. Oh man, it's been a while, guys. I've been trying to film this video for 3 days and I've just been stressed out. I've just been really stressed out, guys. I'm doing my best to, like I said, get my life together, figure out my future, and stay sober. Because I have problems. We all have problems. But especially us addicts, we have problems. We're misunderstood. We have problems. I feel like we're definitely misunderstood by the average person, and that's why communities like this are so important. And AA is very important. I know that people either love or hate AA, it seems like, but it is important for that community aspect. We need each other in this, man, because I know when I share these things with you guys, all this low-down stuff that I've done, I know that a lot of you can relate. I know that you guys don't judge me for any of that like the regular person would. I know that a lot of you guys appreciate me sharing these stories because it makes you feel like you're not alone. It gives you hope. And it's beautiful. That's all I want to do. I just want to help people, man. For all the negative, horrible stuff that I did in my addiction, I feel like if I can just help people, I'm giving back in a way. And that's not just by helping you guys on this YouTube. It's by being kind in my everyday, being a good person. And these types of things will go a long way in your sobriety. That's some sobriety advice too, guys. That will go a long way in your sobriety, just being positive. If you're negative all the time, it's not going to do anything. And that's another good point about it, is that we do all these shameful things, and it's something that I've kind of had to come to terms with. And I haven't come to terms with all of it. There's a lot of stuff that I'm still dealing with. I'm no expert in this. I'm no expert in this. I'm still dealing with a lot of trauma from my addiction, but it gets better the longer that you stay sober. I shouldn't have thrown those 4 months down the drain. It was a mistake. It really was. But at the same time, I guess everything happens for a reason, and I'm here now, and it is what it is. But yeah, guys, if you're struggling out there with addiction, if you're struggling and maybe you haven't gotten to that point yet, maybe step back and seek some help. Talk to a medical professional. Talk to a therapist, talk to a counselor, go seek some help, because you're worth it. Go seek some help before you have to go through some of the stuff that I've been through and I've had to do. Because if you play by the fire, you're going to get burned. And for all that craziness and all that crazy stuff that I did where my morals went out the window, a lot of that stuff came back to bite me hard and is still biting me to this day. And now I'm left here picking up the pieces. And so is my family, because a large majority of my family are addicts too. And it will rip your family in half on top of it. And we're all left picking up the pieces. There's some stuff that I'm not even going to get into, you know, on this video, because some stuff is personal and it doesn't need to be out there on YouTube. It just doesn't. But I was a scumbag for a long time. When it came to my addiction, I was a scumbag. And it's sad because I'm not that person in my everyday life. I'm a pretty nice guy. I am a good person at heart. But try telling that to somebody who knew me when I was caught up in my addiction. They would not believe you. They would be calling you a liar. They would say, Slayer? That Slayer? Slayer was a good what? Man, you full of it, boy. Nah, for real though. You know, but without the addiction, I'm a good dude. And so are you people out there. You guys are really, really good people. I've met some of the best, most honest, just, I don't know, just real beautiful souls in recovery and on this YouTube channel. I think our addiction in a lot of ways humbles us in a lot of ways too. Yeah, man. But anyways, guys, I think that I'm going to get going. I just wanted to give this quick message, give a quick update to you guys. It's like I said, when it comes to addiction, if you're going to play by the fire, you're going to get burned. And if you're wrapped up in it right now and maybe you haven't started stealing from people, but maybe you're starting to think about it, that's a sign that you should probably seek out some help. And you should. You can do it. There's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing to be ashamed of getting help. What you should be ashamed of is not getting the help. Don't be ashamed of getting the help. And yeah, guys, regular uploads are coming. And I mean that. No more of this waiting 9-10 days. I get it. I have a lot going on in my life. I'm stressed out. I've got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to juggle right now. But this YouTube helps me stay sober. Just like it helps you guys, it helps me just as much to stay sober. So I need to be more consistent with it. I've really beaten myself up that I haven't been uploading more, and we're so close to 1,000 subscribers. This channel, its sole purpose is to help people. And yeah, man, it's just it blows my mind that we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. It's been a privilege and an honor to get to know you guys. And yeah, man, I'm gonna go. I got a whole bunch of work to do. I just wanted to hop on real quick and talk to you guys. I've missed you guys. I would expect a video in the next 2 or 3 days. Got a nice topic. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. So yeah, man, screw addiction, screw alcohol, screw all that crap. The sober way is the best way. It's one day at a time. Don't rush it. Take it one day at a time, one step at a time. And yeah, man, until next time, stay safe, stay sober, and I'll see all you lovely people real soon.